Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great day. So there is going to be a weekly home fragrance roundup this week. However, I'm going to upload that video tomorrow. Alf is joining me for this one as well, and I'm sure he'll be here tomorrow because I plan on filming that video right after this one. However, I wanted to put this video up today because I think that this particular topic is very timely, I guess. We're going to be discussing all of the problems that have been happening with HomeWorx lately, specifically with regards to their shipping issues. And the reason that I'm addressing this, there's a couple reasons. The first is that I cannot tell you the number of DMs over on Instagram and even emails that I have gotten asking me like what my opinion is, what's going on with HomeWorx, where's my stuff, which by the way, I am not an employee of HomeWorx, so I can't look up your orders. You do have to get in touch with their customer service. And as of right now, that is exclusively an email process. I really think they need to change that because people have much higher expectations in terms of being able to talk to a human being about the problems they're experiencing with their orders. Even if they added like a live chat feature or something like that, I think that is something that HomeWorx really needs to reevaluate, because sending an email and having to wait, you know, a day or two for a reply is very frustrating for a lot of people. So I also want to make this video, and the main reason, besides just kind of explaining my thoughts on it so I don't have to keep typing it out to people, I'm just going to refer them to this video. Please stop biting me. That really hurts. I just want to apologize if you made a purchase because of me, because I promoted the sales over the course of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of HomeWorx, and I still am, despite all of the issues that they've had this year. And I can, you know, like I could address a lot of issues in this particular video, but I will do that. I will talk about some of the other things that I've noticed in another video. Today, I just want to talk about the shipping issues because I know that that's really the most, I guess, important concern right now with the brand. And I just feel absolutely awful personally for recommending these sales to you guys at this point, because I know a lot of you are still waiting for your orders. Full disclosure, I have an outstanding order that I placed on November 20th. I have no idea where it is. I don't know if I'm going to actually get any of the candles in that order, because it looks like a lot of the ones that I ordered are now out of stock. Also, I actually placed that order with the intention of bringing those particular candles to Hawaii to gift to my sister-in-law who lives in Australia. They don't have nearly the candle selection that we have here in the States, and I thought it would be really fun for her to like have some of the candles from my favorite brand. But I assumed placing the order by the 20th or 23rd or whenever I placed it that it would get here before we left for Hawaii. It did not show up. In fact, I got some tracking notices the day that we landed in Hawaii. I opened up my email after we got off the plane and I was like, oh, just finally they're shipping. Obviously I had to purchase different gifts to bring to my sister-in-law, but essentially, I don't know. I don't know if even I'm going to get the things that are in my order. I have obviously emailed their customer service and have not heard back yet as to where the products are. Tracking labels were created, but nothing ever moved. So clearly there are some major issues with their shipping department. And yesterday, I'm filming this on Friday. Yesterday, finally, HomeWorx put out a statement. You should have received the email if you placed an order. If you didn't, I will copy and paste what was in the email. It was from Harry. I will copy and paste what he stated in the description box below, so you can read that down there, with an explanation as to why these delays are happening. Honestly, I feel like they took far too long to send the apology and the explanation. And based off of people's reactions to it, I'm not sure that it really did much in the way of making people feel better. You know, it was essentially blamed on the shipping department. And I didn't know that shipping company, I guess, if you will. I was under the impression that HomeWorx had their own like distribution center that they staffed with their own employees, but it sounds like they're using a separate company for that. And from the sounds of it, I guess this shipping company messed things up. But then also, I just think that HomeWorx overextended themselves. They decided to also have, besides all of these really great sales, which is why I was telling you guys about these sales, is the sales were great. And they were allowing you to combine the ambassador codes. And so there were some really great deals available. But they, on top of that, decided to have this GMA special. And so that rerouted some product. It's just a disaster. The way that all of this stuff happened, I think the way that HomeWorx responded, as in waiting far too long to explain to people what was really going on, was a disaster. And I know personally a lot of people have told me that they will either never shop from the brand at all, or they will never purchase from .shop ever again. And I understand that. I completely understand. I think that all of the upset is absolutely warranted. There are a lot of people who purchased who were maybe purchasing gifts for other people. There were people who were purchasing fragrance for their own homes to be able to enjoy during the holiday season. Christmas is next weekend. And HomeWorx, while they have promised now to get all of these outstanding orders out by this weekend, it's still going to take, because of the holiday rush at this point, probably several extra days to even receive the orders. I don't know that they are putting priority rush on any of these outstanding orders. That was not mentioned. So I don't know if you are even going to get your holiday candles before Christmas is even over. I know that I'm a seasonal burner. Any of the Christmas scents that I ordered, I'm probably just honestly going to put in the cabinet for next year, because one, I have plenty of other candles to burn in the meantime, but like also the season's almost over. And the thing is, like, the way that this was handled was just not good. I don't think this looks good for HomeWorx at all. And I want you guys to know that I completely understand if you choose to never support the brand again. I completely get it. I don't think that that's unreasonable, and I really understand the upset. I am not someone who is going to come on here and rant and rave. Believe me, I am disappointed, but I am not an overly dramatic person in that way. I have expressed my concerns directly to my contact at HomeWorx. I could certainly have written a paragraph in the HomeWorx Facebook group, but for me, I thought it would be more effective to just reach out directly to the company and let them know about my disappointment, and, you know, that I think that this was not handled well. So that's just my approach to it. But I understand that there's a lot of people who want to use stronger verbiage and maybe a more aggressive tone. Again, I don't think it's uncalled for. I don't know that that always gets the point across. Personally, it's just not my approach, but I have shared with HomeWorx my concerns, and this has been a tough year for them. And this just seems like the icing on the cake in terms of, I really think they need to take a look at how they're doing things and make some major revisions. And I hope that that is on the docket for discussion for the next year. I am still hopeful. I think in a lot of ways I'm a total pessimist, but in other ways I can be very optimistic. It just kind of depends on the situation and the day. I still have hope that HomeWorx can turn it around. I do think that they lost probably a number of customers as a result of this, and I'm sure that's disappointing to them, but there are consequences for actions. And when you are in e-commerce, which by the way, I think it sounds like a goddamn nightmare to deal with. Like I would never get into e-commerce. You know, I'm sure HomeWorx has a ton of regrets, and it just sounds like an absolute nightmare and the perfect storm. And they really, what I'm seeing in terms of people's feedback is it just makes it look like HomeWorx got greedy in a way. Like that's the word that I'm seeing floating around a lot. I don't know that I don't know. I don't think that they had malicious intent, to be totally honest, but I do think they lacked the forethought to how this was going to like all come together with the amount that they were doing with what they actually had available. If you do not have the staffing, if you do not have enough of the product, you cannot continue to promote, you know, sell of the product. And had I known that they truly didn't have the staffing, like there have been delays in the past with orders, right? But they have never been severe. This is severe. Like these are severe delays, taking money out of people's accounts and then waiting weeks to ship product without having a really super valid explanation. Looks bad. It looks really bad. And I want you guys to know how just personally awful I feel and sorry I feel for recommending the sales if you purchase based on my recommendation. Had I known that they were never able to fulfill these orders, I would have never promoted the sales. I just, like, it's not worth my integrity to me. And in a way, you know, I'm also just disappointed because I feel like the ambassadors were put in a weird spot now. Like, we truly didn't know. We assumed that if they're having the sales, the product is available and it's gonna go out in the usual timely manner, maybe with some delays, because let's face it, all companies during the holidays, when there is mass online shopping happening, are having some delay or another. But it's the way that the companies handle the delays that really make the difference. And I don't think that this was handled well on HomeWorx's part. Am I giving up on the brand? I'm not. But I will say, I would not recommend purchasing from HomeWorx.shop right now. I think they have a lot of things that they need to redo and reevaluate. If you still, for whatever reason, are interested in the products, you can always find HomeWorx at QVC. In fact, I placed an order at QVC, I think it was on Saturday. By Sunday, it had already shipped. It's HomeWorx candles that are coming to me from QVC. So you can get them from there in a timely manner, it looks like. Ulta, and actually right now, I think Ulta has the HomeWorx holiday candles on sale. So I'll put links to these places down below. Kohl's, you can get ScentWorx at Kohl's if ScentWorx is your thing. And then obviously there's all of like the outlet retailers. So if you go to TJ Maxx, if you go to Home Goods, Marshall's, even Nordstrom Rack, a lot of those places carry a number of the HomeWorx candles now. And quite frankly, at a pretty good price point. So if you're still looking to purchase and enjoy HomeWorx candles, I would encourage you to go to those places for the time being. I think until HomeWorx resolves a lot of their issues with their website, a lot of the issues with obviously this shipping company that they're using. It might not be ideal to purchase from them if you want your products in a timely manner. And again, I feel awful for those of you that are waiting for your orders. Like, I have so much guilt around this, and like it sucks. Like, this sucks for me, this sucks for you. HomeWorx really kind of blew this, and yeah. And again, this is like, I don't want to make this about me, but I just want to express my sincere apologies if you purchased based on my recommendation. I'm just really sorry. I didn't know. None of the ambassadors knew that this was how this was going to turn out. And I know pretty much all of the other HomeWorx ambassadors, and I can tell you that every single one of them is disappointed that I have spoken to about this, and they feel bad. Like, it's just, I think at this point, HomeWorx just has a lot of like trust rebuilding to do, and I hope they can do it. But I also understand if, you know, there are a lot of people that are just like, this cannot be fixed for me. I totally get it. So, but I wanted to make this video today just to give my sincere apologies and to let you guys know what my thoughts are. I am just as disappointed as you guys are. I am still waiting for my order. I don't think that I'm going to get the vast majority of what was in it, which in a way I guess is okay, because those were supposed to be gifts anyway, and I'm not going to send those candles to Australia because, quite frankly, it's probably going to cost me like $300-400 to send a package that heavy there. You know, I had intended to purchase a suitcase while I was there to like pack all this stuff into for my sister-in-law for her to take back, but she got other things. It's fine. She's fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming I'll get a refund. I paid for those candles. So yeah, if they don't come, I would prefer a refund. Also, another thing, it seems like some of you are getting packages where your candles are missing. If that is the case and you don't see an automatic refund, please contact customer service and get your money back, because it sounds like I'm just not sure that they are doing automatic refunds. Count your candles and make sure that you get a hold of customer service if the correct number are not in the shipment that you receive. So anyway, you guys, this was not a fun video for me to do. This has been a huge source of frustration for me. And honestly, I was really hoping that during the week that I was on vacation, that this would like get resolved and that there hopefully wouldn't have to be a need for me to do this. But at this point, like, it just hasn't been handled well, and there's nothing to say other than I'm sorry. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and gather all the candles that I was burning this week, all the wax melts, and maybe have a bite to eat first, decompress, and then tomorrow you guys will see the weekly home fragrance roundup. So thank you so much for listening. And I appreciate you guys so much. Just know that your support of my channel, your trust in me really does mean more to me than anything else. And it really does hurt my heart that, you know, some of you are having a hard time dealing with this, and that you're experiencing disappointment during a time of year that is supposed to be fun and exciting for home fragrance, but it just hasn't been. So, all right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.